Hi, it's Tina from Ideas and Embellishment. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina and this is Ideas and Embellishment. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back. So, what I'm going to do today is I made this text block. And if you want to know how I sewed this together, I will put a link below for that, because it's not difficult. It does take a little time. What I decided, because I wanted, I like making the journals a lot, the regular journals, not just junk journals, but I really like making these. And so I decided I would make another one. And this one, I used some script background paper, and then I used these beautiful crow images that I got off of Etsy, and if you're interested, I will link those below. And most of it is blank, but every so often there is another raven and another. They're all different. There's about 8 ravens in here all together, and the whole book is made on parchment paper. There are 58 sheets altogether, which makes 116 pages. My pages are about 5 1/4 by 7 1/2. So I'm gonna write that down. So what I want to do here is make a cover. And I wanted to show you guys how I make a cover. So the first thing in making a cover for one of these books, and also the reason why I wanted to do this is because the way I'm going to design the cover, the cover board, is probably something you can use for any cover, for anything, if you wanted to do that, in any kind of cover. So for this little thing, my other thing is on the other room, but that's okay. My other thing, this is exactly a 1 inch spine. So let me get a piece of. I need. Let's see. Yeah. So this is, I said, 7 1/2. So I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm going to make this. I don't need this anymore. This was a marker I was cutting. I don't need it anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and make this 7 1/2. Let's go ahead and, to be pretty precise, by 1. This is just the cardstock. This is no cardstock right here. Okay. Now I need to get me some book board, and I did just order some new book board. I'll get mine. I get mine from Amazon. It comes like this, and it is 20 pieces book board, chipboard. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see if I can open this without messing it up. I love this stuff for making covers. Okay, so right now I'm just, and it comes like, you know, take one a piece. Now I need, this is going to be fine this way, but what I want to know is I'm going to get a piece of paper because I want to make me like a little sort of a template thing. Maybe I could use this. This will be perfect. All right, I need to get, I want to also take this and I'm going to make it this other piece and I'm going to make it about a 1/4 inch. I like a 1/4 inch. Do I want a 1/4 inch or do I want? Maybe. I think I want to make it maybe, yeah, let's do a 1/4 inch. I'm going to go ahead and I want to do a couple of these because what I want to do is glue these together. I just want to make like a little template as such, but I want it to be a little more sturdy than just one piece. I'm just going to glue 2 of these together. And I don't know that you would necessarily do this. I just want this to be like here. Okay, so like that. So then, because this is going to be my thingy, so then I got to figure out where I want my thing to go. So I think 5 and I'm looking at how far over I want my cover to go. This is 5 1/8, but I've always found that I need 5 1/8. We could do 5 1/8, but I think I'm going to give it just a little more. So we're going to do, I'm going to take this, and luckily for me, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go 5 1/8, but I think what I'm going to do is go 5 1/8 and then maybe half more. I know. I just want to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, and like that. I'm over here out of the looking zone. And I wish I need my other roller to draw a line. And whoops, see, that's not even close. That's why I need my other ruler. Let me go get that. Sorry about that. This ruler is better for me. So I'm gonna, you won't see this anyway, but I wanna, I can see it better, and I like to use that one for measuring because it's got such clear numbers for old people, but it doesn't draw very well. So let's see, and then for this side, if we do an 1/8 on here and an 1/8 on here, it would be 7. Let's just go ahead and make this 8. Just to give it a little room, and that's okay. Will it? Let me look again. actually, I think I'm going to go 7 7/8. So let's do, I don't want it to be 7 7, right there, just 1/8 less. Now what I want to do with these is cover them. I think you can either paint them or cover them. I think I might paint them. And since I have, I want my corners to be, it's the wrong thing. Hello, where's my stuff? She has lost, oh, there it is. Crocodile. No do. I want a little bit of covers. I like the rounded corners. This is the part where I always have to think, because you can either, I think I will go ahead and cover these. I think I'm going to cover these. I'm going to cover these with black. The black piece of fabric. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this, and let's see. have these two right here. Now what I have is my little spine thing. So I need to figure out, I also need another piece of black. I'm going to use black again because, just because. It needs to be about the same length as this. So what I'm going to do, no, it needs to be, I'm going to put about that much. And what I want to do, I'll go ahead and do that here. And about like here. But I want to do is this, I want to keep it from raveling, so I'm going to use my my pink and shears. And you can also use book cloth. I don't have any, so I'm just going to use regular old fabric. Keep it from fraying. I'm going to cover most of this up, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it to the bottom of that. I have these two pieces. I'm going to put those up. And I'm going to get my, oops, my glue. Actually, I can probably use Fabri-Tac. I think I'll just use Fabri-Tac. It'd be easier for me. Fabric glue. When you're using this Fabri-Tac, the best thing I can give you is just to smush it. It's not going to dry the same as the PVA, but I'm going to center this as best you can. Now I've got glue all over my hands. That's what happens when you have Fabri-Tac. You get glue all over your hands. Get my, let me put this up. Where's my little, here. Okay. So this is where this comes in. I kind of want this to be as straight as I can. So I think what I'm going to do is draw, if it'll let me. Let me a little bit. I kind of see it. It's not going to work. So I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try something else. As I said, I'm going to try to use this thing, which never works for me. It just never works. And I know it's because part of it's dull, but oh, yay. Close enough. And then I'll do the other side too. I think there's like one part of this that's dull. Like one part. Yay, okay, that works. Okay, so now this is pretty even. I don't know why, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna cover it up anyway, but it's just how I am. So now I'm gonna get this thing again. I'll find it in my glue. And I am going to put this here like this. And then I'm gonna take my glue. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my brush dried off as much as I can. That's been sitting in the glue thing. All right, take my glue and I'm gonna go down that edge. I'm not gonna look at that raveling. Like I said, most of it, I'm gonna put another board on top, so I'm not worried about it too much. We'll take one of them, this one. I'm gonna line it up. Why isn't my spine the same width? I don't know. Life. Because this is the way my life works. Shoot, come on now. You might cut off some of these strings, although it doesn't really matter. I don't know, maybe it'll look cool that way. So we have that, like that, like that. And then we'll do the same exact thing on the other side. Don't know. It doesn't, you know what? The best laid plans, right? Probably, if it was perfect. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if it came out perfectly. I don't know. It would just be a surprise, you know, for me. I'm getting to the point where I know pretty much how to do this without looking at the instructions. But I'm saying that the bad part about this is if you mess it up, it just really isn't any going back. I mean, you're kind of like stuck, you know. I mean, but the biggest thing for this is to make sure that these two things are done. All right, so we can take this off. We can throw this away. We don't need it anymore. And hopefully I can get this to stay. All right, take this one now. We're gonna take these and put them on top of here, and I'll probably like this. What I'm gonna do is here. And this up, and I am not too much, I just want it to be even looking. I'm not too much worried about that too much. All right, and then the other side. And then these will go up like this. This probably could have been longer. She said. Needs to. Might needs a little more glue. Let me just use this. Don't care. Yes, I care. Sorry, I care. Okay, so now that this is the other thing I wanted you to notice is on this book board, when you pull, you put something glue and then you pull it back, it's going to leave this. That's just the way of the nature of the beast. So, just so you know, that just doesn't. So anyway, so that's that. I need to send this over somewhere to dry. I'm going to put this over here. And then I need to start working on this. So what I need now is a piece of fabric. And I like to use, I don't have white. I like to use white. I don't have any white. Oh, I'm going to need it again. But I do have this muslin. And this is actually perfect. The perfect width for this. So all I need is about this much. For that. Like that. And then I'm going to take a couple of pieces of the same mailman. the same stuff. I'm gonna put it here underneath here, just because I don't want it to get like that. All right. And then I'm gonna take my glue. And you can use, if you don't have this PVA glue, just get you some Elmer's. That'll probably work, especially if you're just starting out and you just want to try to make a book. Or tacky glue will work. You don't need to go and spend a lot of money until you know what you're doing. So I think what I'm going to do is anyway, so I'm going to take this, you see this, and I'm going to put glue right here. I need to do right now is put this in the middle of here to make sure it's in the middle. Doesn't really need to be so close in the middle, but I like things to be in the middle. I'm going to do this. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to put this on here. Let me go ahead and haven't ever done this, but I'm gonna put a little line there so that I can see really lightly where to put the glue. I think if you're a real light line, so I'll know where to put the glue. So the funny thing of it is I have a desk that I'm working on, a antique, and I've said this before, it's an antique desk, and it was in a terrible fire. We had a beeswax candle company here, and it burned to the ground. So this was one of the desks, the desk that was there. And so what happened, it has a lot of burnt stuff. So I've been trying to renovate it, and I'm broke, so it's on hold. All right, so this is a headband that I made out of, this is so crazy, but what I did was this is going to be an inch, right? So this is an inch spine. But I was looking and I saw where Nik the Booksmith had a thing on how to do headbands. And the headbands are on the book to keep it from, like when you pull it out of the shelf, it just adds some extra. And it's also really pretty. So I'm going to put one right here. Maybe like this. And see what this will do is it'll peek out of the top like that. And it just kind of looks cool. So I'm gonna, I need my brush. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna use this right here. What did I do with it? Here. And all I did, this is gonna sound crazy, but I took and I made this on PowerPoint and just printed it there like that, printed it on some of this muslin fabric. And there you go. Very cool. I was a little bit proud of myself, just so you know. Just a little bit. Make sure this goes here. Yep, pretty perfect. Go ahead and put that there. What much time do we have? We might speed some of this up, but also, a lot of times I will use them out of old books. I have some that I did use out of old books, but I'm out of them. So when you take apart the old book, make sure that you save those. So, like I have this box. See, this is what a real one looks like. It's actually embroidered, sort of. And I have a bunch. And I probably could have, actually, I could have used this one. But I don't know, it's something cool about having one that you made anyway, from scratch. So I keep those in a box, and there you go. So now I'll set this aside for a little bit. So the next part of this is the end papers, and they need to be the same size as my pages. My pages are, this is the size of my pages that I made, and they are 10 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and make both of these. First of all, I want to take out this. Okay, and then these are folded in half like this. And I'm going to do this because I want them. I'm going to do both of them. Again, these are folded right side to right side. Okay, this is not really dry, but it'll be okay. So what I need to do now is take, oh, that's not right yet. I need to take this. I want to make sure it's right side right. Just like this. And I'm going to take Fabri-Tac. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to go along here about, I don't know, maybe about a 1/2 inch. Actually, I think I'm going to do the whole thing, the whole piece of fabric. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, make sure it's the same side, which this way, and I'm going to put this so it's exactly on there like that. So it's kind of like that. It'll be all right. Same thing on the other side. And I probably didn't need to make this so wide, I guess. But I did, so. I'm going to line these up. Yep, make sure they're lined up as best you can. Okay, now for the moment of truth. And this is all going to have to dry. So we want this to go right in the center of this. This to go like this. You want to make sure everything is came out pretty perfect, but I want this. You want to see. You want these two. Whoops. I think I'm gonna cut that off. I don't like it. Yeah, let's do that. So you want to make sure that there's about the same amount on either side. All this is going to dry okay. It's going to hopefully, maybe not, but you know, we'll see. All right, so then we do that, and then we sit it down, and then we take this and we cover this whole thing with, we don't move it. Nik the Booksmith would use PVA for this. And I'm just being lazy by using this, but sometimes I think with the fabric, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. bring this back up, pull it slightly so that it makes sure, and like I do, what I like to do is pull it up, this, make sure, actually, what I did is I didn't see how it was. Here, like that, like that. Yeah, I want to make sure that that is covered. I thought this would not, I thought it would dry clear. Maybe it's just not ready dry yet. That, and then what I'm going to do, where's my little, I'm going to stick this in there to keep it from sticking together. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. And notice that the back does not get glued in. Oh, here, make this. Yeah, that came out good. Okay, I just want to check it, make sure that it came out good, and it, you know, I just want to kind of look and make sure that it's kind of even around. And so now what I like to do is I have these two dowels. I'm going to put one here and one, do that like that. And then one right here. And then I'm going to get a huge book. This is my favorite. And I'm going to put that there. I'll make sure that this is in the right spot. Let's see. This is going to go in that gap. Go over here. So here. Almost looks like black velvet, doesn't it? And then I'm going to put that here. I want to make sure that this is right. And then I'm going to leave this overnight. So then I will be back for part 2 where I decorate the cover. And that's the fun part, or the part that you're probably going to want to see. But anyway, this is how I put together one of my journals. And I hope you guys liked it. And let me know what you think. And I know it's a lot of work, but it's really cool when it comes out. So anyway, until next time, I will see you later.